Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is PD Proudlock. So I'm here with a video about the latest news of what's been going on with this potential takeover that could possibly be happening at Newcastle United Football Club, which most fans desperately wanted to happen. What new life injected at this football club up at the top with sicking it, Mike Ashley just running this club right to the ground, and it just been totally neglected. But of course, some fans are still taking this with a pinch of salt, just taking it step by step, just being skeptical as well. But I'm going to be talking about what has the news has been coming on. So I've got a few things that I've written down about what I'm going to be talking about. Talking about that the PCP Capital Partners, who are owned by Amanda Staveley, and of course part of the deal, Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Apparently, the deposits being paid, the contracts have been exchanged by them, and of also Mike Ashley. Apparently, the paperwork's been sent to the Premier League, and they apparently got to go through the directors' test now. Steve Bruce could maybe have his days numbered now at Newcastle. Apparently, he's been given to the end of the season. But again, if we get these new owners, they could be looking at potential replacements to look at someone who could definitely take the club even more forward and have got that extra bit of Premier League experience on them as well. Going to be also discussing about the couple of companies have been raising concerns about this as well. One of them being the Amnesty International, and also beIN Sports as well. Apparently do not want this deal to go through as happened, and it contains one person who majority of us fans just really hate at this moment of time. And also another person who could be talking about that could also be on these days now numbered as well at this football club, and again could be set to go if we do get these new owners as well, is Lee Charnley. So, yeah. So I'm going to start off again with apparently started off with the PCP Capital Partners, and part of it being Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Apparently said they've now paid the deposit to Mike Ashley. The contracts are being exchanged and agreed, and all the paperwork by Amanda Staveley and the other people that are involved with this takeover, as well as it's as said, has been sent to the Premier League, and then they've got to possibly then go through the Premier League directors test and make sure that they pass it as well for be given the green light for this takeover to possibly happen. So it just looks like we're waiting to see what is now happening with that by the sound of it. On to Steve Bruce now. It was announced that apparently he was so far given till the end of the season to prove he is the right manager for the job. We know he's from this area as well, but there has been talks of possibly potential replacements coming in to replace Steve Bruce. I know some fans said they want to give Steve Bruce a chance at this football club because a lot of think he hasn't done entirely bad of what people were thought how he was going to do at the beginning, where fans were really concerned about this point. But it looks like if this season does manage to continue, Newcastle looks like they're already going to be safe by the looks of it. But also the names that have been linked with of possibly replacing Steve Bruce have been as mentioned as follows. I'm here. One of them apparently was Max Allegri, the former Juventus manager, has never managed in the Premier League before and could maybe want a challenge in the Premier League, but we'll just wait and see. This one has been really... this name has got people thinking would definitely give him a shot, and that's former Spurs manager Maurizio Pochettino as well, and a lot of fans would definitely give him a shot if he was to be the new manager of this football club, if again this takeover does happen. And another name has been linked, which apparently possibly Amanda Staveley would like to see back at this football club, and I actually would definitely see this man back at this football club all day long, and that is Rafa Benitez as well. All people thinking, well, he didn't finish high of where we wanted him to, but that was again due to he was being mugged off by Mike Ashley. Definitely was not getting the correct funds that he wanted to take this club even further. And you know what happened? He then left in June last year, which fans were really devastated by. And I can imagine if he did come back and he got that investment that he needed to take this club even forward, you never know what could happen. But I definitely wouldn't mind giving Pochettino a shout. Definitely, he's managed Spurs, he's gathered them into European football, particularly the Champions League, got them to the final last year. Shame they didn't win it, but again, Pochettino, I would definitely give him a shot. Max Allegri, again, it's a tough one with that one, I would say. But Steve Bruce, I know I've been willing to give Steve Bruce a chance this season, but if there's someone out there better, I would definitely go for it. Definitely, in my opinion. So, that is the one I've touched upon, is Steve Bruce. Could his days now numbered being Newcastle if this indeed takeover does happen? The next one I'm going to talk about is a couple of companies that have apparently raised concern about this. Definitely as well. One of them being the Amnesty International, and it was apparently that Kate Allen sent a letter to the Premier League, Richard Masters as well, who was part of the Premier League as well, raising the concerns about this takeover going through. She sent a letter. Now, if I'm going to bring this letter on YouTube, that's on the screen, sorry, about what she apparently said to the Premier League. You notice the big spelling mistake that's in there. It was supposed to be that says PIF, which stands for Public Investment Fund. It actually says PIP on there. No offense, woman, go back to school. Jesus Christ, how the hell could you do that? No offense, what a waste of a bit of paper that has been to be sent. Can't even get spelling right. Never mind raising concerns about this deal going through, definitely. Oh, I honestly found that funny when I found that going through, and it's just like, oh my God, how did you get a basic spelling mistake right? We thought jokingly pronouncing footballers' names wrong was absolutely hilarious at times, but my God, a 3-letter word. Jesus Christ. But apparently the Premier League then sent a letter back. Well, Richard Master said that, again, we're not going to try and get massively involved with this. The same with the government as well, because the government has apparently got close relationships with the people over in Saudi Arabia who are part of this takeover deal with part of the likes of Prince Mohammed bin Salman. I've seen photos. There you go. With him, with the likes of Boris Johnson and the Queen and the rest of the royal family as well, by the look of it as well. So they're not going to get involved unless there could be something that the Premier League could block this deal if it's got something to do with maybe criminal rights or something like that. But again, we just got to wait and see, I suppose. Just keep watching this space. Another thing that wanted this deal not to go through as well, and that's beIN Sports as well. Apparently they want the deal blocked from what I've heard, and it contains one of these people that's on that who Newcastle fans stand, because he pretty much just slags Newcastle off on Twitter majority of the time, and that's that buffoon Richard Keys, my word. And also another person on it, Andy Gray, and they've also been discussing that said, removing Mike Ashley apparently won't solve the problem. It will solve a massive problem at this football club, because think about it, when he's been running this club right to the ground, hanging it out to dry, he's been hiring staff in at this football club who haven't got the idea of how to run a football club, and as much use as what a glass hammer has been. Definitely. Not to mention the other stuff like the stadium name change. To me, that is criminal changing. Going from St James's Park to like the Sports Direct Arena. Really? My God, why would that happen? Thinking, why would that happen? It's been St James's Park for a decade. Well, a very long time. Oh, well, all these years, Newcastle has been, yeah. Oh, yeah, the list is endless about what Mike Ashley's done at this football club, which seems like a sin to us, what fans we think as well. And apparently they've been claiming that apparently another bid has been coming on the way to buy the football club as well. And I'm going to think that, to me, is just a load of rubbish at this moment of time, because apparently if it's true that the deposit's being paid, contracts have been exchanged and agreed, I don't think there's any way of going back now by the looks of it. As well, definitely not. And the final one I'm going to touch upon, and it looks like they said that this man could also have his days numbered at this football club as well, and that is Lee Charnley. Could look like he'd be on his way out as well if, again, we get this new takeover. Another bloke need to be gone. We all thought bringing Joe Kinnear back was bad enough as well. This man is on pretty much the same level as what he is, because the bloke barely even speaks a word. Doesn't communicate with the fans, where there's no communication from the football club at this moment of time. And yeah, the only time he's really only speaks is when Mike Ashley tells him to, because Lee Charnley's just one of those puppets that goes on Mike Ashley's hand and just tells him to speak when he pretty much definitely wants him to. So again, another one we need out of this football club. The only time I've actually heard Lee Charnley speak, pretty much, is when they were going on about that they were going to give free season tickets out to all the other Newcastle fans that apparently stayed away this season because of what happened to Rafa Benitez, the way Rafa Benitez was shafted out the football club. And yeah, that's the only time I've heard this man speak, to be honest. And again, if this is true, that this takeover will definitely happen, hopefully it is goodbye to Lee Charnley. Definitely is football club, and possibly potential replacement of coming in someone called Yasir Al-Rumayyan, if that's how you pronounce his name, who could possibly look at being the new chairman as well, but apparently the majority of the running of the football club will obviously probably be controlled by Amanda Staveley at this moment of time. But I think it's just waiting to see, just keeping an eye up on what happens next. I said I'm still taking this with a pinch of salt, still being cautious about this, as I always have been when we always get linked with takeovers and things like that. But it is definitely time Mike Ashley gives up this football club now. I don't know how much fans, including myself, can see just more years of just ownership failure at this football club, of what he's done in the past. And yeah, Mike Ashley, it is definitely time to go. Give up this football club. Concentrate on Sports Direct. And there you go. So let me know in the comments section what you thought I've discussed upon so far during this video as well. And yeah, it'd be great to see what your opinions are at this moment of time. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like, a comment, as I've said. And if you haven't checked me out before, please make sure you do hit the subscribe button. Fingers crossed, hopefully it does go through. And as you said, I'm just taking it day by day as it comes. And I shall see you all later. Take care.